Pastor Ed here with Daily Devotions for Tuesday, April the 18th, 2023. Back from vacation, ready for another week of Daily Devotions as we focus on this past Sunday's Gospel reading, which of course was the very last verses of the Gospel of Matthew. I'll share them kind of in context a little bit later, but I want to start us off by thinking about famous last words. You know, we're fascinated. You can Google it and find all kinds of lists of famous people and their famous last words. For instance, the entrepreneur, P.T. Barnum, is reported to have said, "How are the receipts today at Madison Square Garden?" Well, kind of makes sense given who he was and what he was all about. Winston Churchill, the great English hero as Prime Minister of the Second World War, unfortunately, when he died in 1965, his last words were, "I'm bored with it all." Leonardo da Vinci, the great inventor and painter, is reported to have said, "I have offended God and mankind because my work did not reach the quality it should have." Joe DiMaggio, the Hall of Fame baseball player who was famously married to Marilyn Monroe, is reported to have said, "I finally get to see Marilyn." Humphrey Bogart, one of my famous actors, Casablanca, one of my favorite movies, known as a bit of a drinker in his day, reported to have said, "I should never have switched from scotch to martinis." Let's see what else we have here. Pages are sticking together. Nostradamus, the great prophet who some people believe could foretell the future, is reported to have said the night before he died, "You will not find me alive at sunrise." At least that prediction was correct. Beethoven, who famously was deaf at the end of his life and still made beautiful music, composed beautiful music, is reported to have said, "I will hear in heaven." Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock on Star Trek, said, and actually this was a tweet, "A life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory. Live long and prosper." And then the philosopher Karl Marx, who's famous for being the one who, I guess, developed the idea of communism, is reported to have said, "Last words are for fools who haven't said enough." Well, Jesus, what were his last words? Now, in the Gospel of Luke and the Gospel of John, he says a number of things before his death on the cross. "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Woman, behold your son, behold your mother." Mark and Matthew, Jesus simply says from the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me?" However, the risen Jesus, at the end of Matthew's Gospel, gathers his disciples together and says what? "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you." He gave them a mission, the Great Commission, for his followers to be about. There's a old legend that imagines Jesus arriving in heaven after the ascension, and he's welcomed by all the angels, and the angel Gabriel says to Jesus, "You suffered much dying for the sins of mankind. Does everyone down on earth know it?" "Oh no," replied Jesus, "just a handful of folks in Jerusalem and Galilee know about it." "Well, Master," continued Gabriel, "what's your plan for everyone to know of your great love?" And Jesus replies, "Well, I asked all my apostles to carry the message into the world. I told them to tell others, who will in turn tell others, until the last person in the farthest corner has heard the story." And Gabriel's face clouded at that point, for he saw a flaw in the plan. What if after a while Peter forgets and he goes back to his fishing on Galilee? What also James and John and Andrew? Suppose Matthew returns to his tax booth in Capernaum and all the others lose their zeal. They just don't tell others. What then? And after a pause comes the calm voice of Jesus saying, "Gabriel, I have no other plan. We are the plan. Go therefore, make disciples of all nations." There's a sign on a pastor's desk that says, "I'm just a nobody telling everybody about somebody who can save anybody." I'm just a nobody telling everybody about somebody who can save anybody. That's who we are too. Well, looking forward to exploring more of this in the days to come. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow, God willing, tomorrow morning. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.